Long ago, far beyond the dark forests and tall mountains, there was a magical kingdom hidden from the world. In the middle of that kingdom stood a huge old castle covered with red roses and shadows. But nobody dared to go near it. The villagers believed a terrible monster lived inside. At night, they whispered stories about the beast with glowing golden eyes. Some said he was dangerous. Others said he was cursed by powerful magic. And slowly, fear filled the kingdom. Far away from the castle, in a quiet little village, lived a kind and beautiful girl named Beauty. Beauty was loved by everyone, not because she was pretty, but because she had a gentle and caring heart. She loved reading books, helping people, and walking beside the river during sunset. Her father was a poor merchant who loved her more than anything in the world. One cold winter evening, Beauty's father got lost in a dark forest while returning home. A strong storm filled the sky. Thunder roared loudly. The icy wind blew through the trees. Soon, the merchant became tired, cold, and afraid. Then suddenly, he saw a glowing castle in the distance. The castle looked huge, dark, and mysterious. Lightning flashed behind its tall towers. Desperate for shelter, the merchant slowly walked toward the giant gates. The doors opened by themselves. The frightened merchant stepped inside carefully. But something strange happened. Candles lit up on their own. A warm fire burned in the fireplace. And a large table filled itself with delicious food. Yet nobody was there. "Hello," the merchant called softly. But only silence answered him. Hungry and exhausted, he ate a little food and slept near the fire. The next morning, as sunlight entered the castle windows, the merchant prepared to leave. Outside, he noticed a beautiful garden full of glowing red roses covered with snow. He smiled gently. "Beauty would love these roses," he whispered. So he carefully picked one red rose. Suddenly, roar! A terrifying roar shook the castle. Birds flew into the sky. The ground trembled beneath his feet. Heavy footsteps echoed through the garden. And from the shadows appeared the beast. He was huge and frightening. Dark fur covered his body. His claws were sharp like knives, and his golden eyes burned with anger. "How dare you steal from me?" the beast shouted. The merchant fell to his knees in fear. "Please forgive me," he cried. "I only wanted a rose for my daughter." The beast stared at him silently. For a moment, sadness appeared in his eyes. Then he growled, "For stealing from me, you must pay with your life." The merchant began to cry. "Please, I have a family." The beast turned away quietly before speaking again. "There is one way to save yourself. If one of your daughters willingly comes here and takes your place, you may go free." The merchant returned home heartbroken and told Beauty everything. Fear filled the house. But Beauty stepped forward calmly. "If my going can save father's life, then I will go." Her father's eyes filled with tears. "No, I cannot lose you too." But Beauty gently held his hands. "Sometimes love means sacrifice," she said softly. The next morning, Beauty rode through the dark forest toward the castle. The giant gates slowly opened, and there stood the beast. Silent, terrifying. Though she was frightened, Beauty stood bravely. "I came willingly," she said quietly. The beast looked surprised. Nobody had ever spoken to him without fear before. "You are not my prisoner," he said softly. "You may live here freely." Days passed inside the magical castle. At first, Beauty was afraid of the beast. His loud footsteps echoed through the halls. His giant shadow covered the walls. But slowly, Beauty noticed something unexpected. The beast was kind. Every day, he made sure she had warm meals. He gave her beautiful books to read. And every morning, fresh flowers appeared outside her room. Whenever Beauty felt sad, the beast quietly walked away, afraid of hurting her feelings. One snowy evening, Beauty found the beast sitting alone beside a frozen fountain. For the first time, he did not look scary. He looked lonely. "Why do you hide from everyone?" Beauty asked softly. The beast looked down at the snow. "Because people only see a monster when they look at me." Beauty looked into his eyes. And deep inside the frightening beast, she saw kindness and a lonely heart. As time passed, Beauty and the Beast became close friends. They laughed together, read books together, and danced in the glowing ballroom beneath thousands of candles. Slowly, Beauty stopped seeing a monster. One magical night, the Beast showed Beauty a glowing enchanted rose inside a glass case. Only a few petals remained. "This rose holds my curse," he explained sadly. "Long ago, I was a selfish prince. One stormy night, an old woman asked me for shelter. I laughed at her because she looked poor and weak. But she was actually a powerful enchantress. She cursed me for the ugliness inside my heart. The curse can only be broken if someone truly loves me before the last rose petal falls." Beauty's eyes filled with tears. Before she could speak, the Beast handed her a magical mirror. "Use this whenever you miss your family," he said gently. One night, Beauty looked into the mirror and gasped. Her father was very sick. "I must go to him," she cried. The Beast looked heartbroken. But he nodded slowly. "If you wish to leave, I will not stop you." Beauty hugged him tightly before leaving the castle. Back in the village, her father quickly became healthy again after seeing her. But soon, the villagers learned about the Beast. Fear spread everywhere. "A monster lives in that castle. We must destroy him." The villagers grabbed torches and weapons. Beauty tried desperately to stop them. "No, he is kind. Please listen to me." But nobody listened. The angry villagers rushed toward the castle during a terrible storm. Inside the castle, the Beast stood alone, sad and hopeless. He believed Beauty would never return. Without hope, he no longer wanted to fight. The villagers attacked him fiercely. The Beast became badly wounded and collapsed on the castle rooftop beneath the freezing rain. Then suddenly, "Beast!" Beauty's voice echoed through the storm. She ran toward him in tears. The Beast opened his eyes weakly. "You came back." At that moment, the final rose petal began to fall. Beauty held him tightly and cried, "I love you. I love you exactly as you are." The last petal fell. For one moment, everything became silent. Then suddenly, a bright golden light exploded across the castle. Magic filled the air. Wind rushed through the sky. The Beast slowly rose into the glowing light. And before Beauty's eyes, the terrifying Beast transformed into a handsome young prince. The curse was finally broken. The dark castle became bright and beautiful again. Dead roses bloomed once more. The storm disappeared, and happiness returned to the kingdom. The prince smiled at Beauty with tears in his eyes. "You saw the goodness inside me when nobody else could." Beauty gently held his hand, and from that day on, they ruled the kingdom with kindness, love, and compassion. Their story became famous throughout the world, because true beauty is not found on the outside. It lives inside the heart.